Yo, what's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how you can make your very own flooded city like this in Fortnite Creative. So let's get right into the video. So obviously for your map to be flooded, we are obviously going to need some water. So this can easily be obtained in the elemental cubes gallery down here. And you can easily select which color of water that you want. So obviously this is based on like a tsunami has just hit the street, all the buildings are destroyed. So I'm going to be going for this kind of a light blue water here. You can see it's here. And this is the water tile piece, kind of like a light blue ocean look. So we will enlarge this. Now you can make it as high as you want, but for this tutorial I'm only going to make it about this high. Actually I'll make it a bit higher. So for the tutorial I'm going to make it this high, but for your map it is totally up to you and your decision how high you want the flood to be. So from now we just cover the whole area with these water pieces. So as you can see, I've completely flooded the map with the water. So I've got all the main areas done, the outside's done. So now the water, that step is done. Now we're going to go into the details. So first let's start off with the outside of the town. So this includes the street, the sidewalks, and all the nature alongside of the buildings. And then after the outside's done, we'll get to the actual insides of the buildings. So with the cars, obviously cars are going to be floating, they're going to be wrecked, they're going to be all over the place. So all you need to do is just rotate the cars and simply place them like that. As you see, it's like this car's kind of sinking, it's on an angle, and it's about to be sunken into water. So do this with most of the vehicles on the map. So as you can see, I flipped all the cars over, so it looks like they're like kind of sinking down into the water. They're half kind of showing, and it looks like they've just been hit by the flood and they're kind of floating along the water. Now also with some vehicles, you can obviously get some and put them alongside buildings. So let's say this car might have drifted into this building, it's just smashed into the wall there. Or you could grab another car, and it could be inside, it could be like caught in the window here. So you can kind of put them around so then it looks like they've been affected by the water, and that they're all over the place, everything's smashed up, and it's all kind of floating in the water. I could also put one like here. So yeah, put them like how I put them, kind of in all different varieties and angles and locations. So that's the cars done. Now let's get to the nature. So obviously the nature will be affected by the tsunami that's hitting your area. So all you need to do is just get the trees, and like the cars, just flip them over. So as you can see, this one looks like it's floating along the water. This one's been tilted a bit. So just put them in angles where it looks like they've just literally been hit by water. And this will give it the effect that the area has been flooded. So quickly now, I'm just going to shift up all the trees positions, and I'll see you when I'm done. So as you can see, I've moved most of the trees, so it looks like they've been impacted by the tsunami. So some of them are on an angle about to fall, some of them are floating down the street, some of them are leaning on buildings, so that this is a really good feature to do. And like I've done here, you can do it so like they're just falling, poking through the window of the building, like they're floating along like the street and the waves. So kind of do them that they've all come out the ground, and they're all kind of on different angles, some floating, some touching some buildings, and then you can also leave some the same if you would like. So that's practically the outside done. So this is what you will see from the outside: the trees, the cars, and any other details that would be floating in the water. So now let's start off with the buildings. So for example, I'm going to do this blue building here. So if we go in, we see most of the first story is flooded. So it's come through the windows, you can see, and everything is basically flooded. So what we can do is we can grab the props in the house and rearrange them so then it looks like they're floating. So see, that looks like it's been moved. You could even use that as a little platform. We can get this bookshelf could be floating right here. You know, you can swim to that. Now obviously the upstairs view will be where the stairs are, right here. So this is what you will see from upstairs. So now obviously you can get like the furniture in the house, simply just copy and paste it. And you know, you can put them like they're floating in the water. And they're kind of all over the place because the flood has impacted the inside of the house. So I can grab this desk. Put this desk here, it's like floating on the stairs. Look at this. See, I'm just making it look like all the furniture and everything that was in the house is floating on the water. So obviously the first story has been flooded. Everything on the first story will be floating. Nothing will be affected up here because the water didn't reach all the way up there. Now I'll move on to this building. So basically the same, just like get the furniture, put them in positions that it looks like they're floating all around the place, and that basically there's just been a disaster and everything's kind of destroyed. For this shop here, you can see most of this story is heavily affected. And there is also an upstairs story right there that you can see all the debris. So basically just get the props that are in the building and just rearrange them so it looks like they are floating. You get the nom sign. You can, like, let's say you can put it so then it's like kind of hanging off the roof, or you could get it so it's actually like fallen in the water and it's just floating, almost about to be sunken to its death. So you see this place wasn't affected, so you don't need to move anything there. If a tree like hit into the window here, you can easily just move that like that. So then it looks like the tree has also hit some of this stuff too. Just like that. So that's the inside of the buildings done. So now we've done the street, the cars, the plants, and the insides of the buildings. Now obviously in a flood there is heaps and heaps of debris. Debris, rubbish, broken pieces of houses, anything. So to make debris, all you want to do is go to Slurp Swamp Prop Gallery, and this has a variety of rubbish options down here. You can see with this one all you need to do is just put the collision everything and simply just place them on the water. So as you can see, there is some debris and some rubbish floating in the water, but you can also add other debris as well. So there could be, simply you can put that like that, and put that like that, and it becomes some more rubbish. So you can put this floating on the water in all different areas and angles. So as you can see, I put some more debris and some rubbish from buildings. Could have been earlier than the flood. Some of these buildings might have fallen apart. And there are just some bricks and some rubbish that are floating in the water. Now also, there will be, obviously, if it's a tsunami, it's coming from the ocean. So there will be boats. For that's on the roof. You can put one there. You put them floating in the water. But I like to put them on roofs so that it gives it the effect that the flood has kind of calmed down and it's lowered over time. So I put a few boats. So guys, that's pretty much it on how to build a flood in Fortnite Creative. And if you're flooding like a location of your own in Creative, or just building a flooded area just like this. So that's how you build it. I hope this video did help you and supported you on building the flooded area in Creative. If this video did help, be sure to smash that like button. It does help me a lot and it does show me that my videos are helpful. And if you want to, be sure to subscribe as well, as that does help me a lot too. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.